Hi, Virgo. This is your reading for the time period of April 1st to April 30th, 2020. So, this will be a general monthly overview for you. I know some people are looking forward to seeing what the hell is going on for them for April. All right. So, I hope everybody's doing okay. Also, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of hectic situations, a lot of last minute things, and a lot of uprootedness and changes that are happening with certain I would say certain people, not everybody. And you know what I mean when I say that. So, that's that. But if you guys, if you need any assistance with anything, if you would like, remember these readings are extremely general. So you can, if you would like something personalized, I would be more than happy to do that for you. I may decide to do live videos on Instagram at some point. I don't know. That's just, I'm just going to put that there for a second. I don't know if I'm really going to do it or not. That's just one. If you do need any ideas of home remedies, if you're feeling under the weather for anything, it's just regular springtime allergies you want remedies for. If you have keys to Akasha requests, those kind of things, you can always find me on Instagram. I'm always on there. So my Instagram is AmaniIfe777, and you can also email me at ifadivination777 at gmail.com. All right, so let's see what is going on with you. I get something about a referral already. Usually when people get referrals are for like a doctor referral. What's another, like a therapist referral? There's different things that somebody would get a referral for, like a referral, like a gynecologist referral. Specialty physicians, like for like a chiropractor, or like a neurology and MRIs. Those kind of, something could be going on with you like that with this time period. Or it could be referrals for work. If it's not on the health spectrum of things, it could be referrals for work. Getting referrals for a job, recommendations for a job, or getting referred to work somewhere, needing to pick up and leave and go and work at a different location. It just depends on what's coming through, but let's see. All right. Okay. All right, Virgo. You have the Three of Cups energy. They keep talking. The Three of Cups typically implies gossip or anything. It could be family gossip. It could be friends talking, whatever it is that's going on. It could be kids. I see cups to be children. You could be surrounded by kids for whatever reason. Or you're dealing with just gossip, period. They're talking and friends talking. What are they talking about? So friends talking and people talking and whoever the hell is talking, you may want to know what someone is talking about. The Cancers and Scorpios and Pisces. I was talking about them. So when I hit Pisces, I was talking about them. You may have been talking about the Pisces element, or you talking about Scorpio, or you talking about, but Aries was. So when I said talking about a Scorpio, an Aries element was. It just depends on what's going on. Something that happened to someone, something could have happened to them, but what's happening to you? So when I said something happening to the water sign external, they could be trying to figure out, they're talking about what's happening with you, what's happening with your work, what you're doing, what you're stuck with. If something's going on with what you're stuck with, or are you stuck somewhere, or it's either where you're stuck, like WHERE, like where you're stuck, or what you're stuck with, like WHAT. So it just depends on what's going on there. Okay. The starting point has the Four of Cups, or it could be the water sign. They could be the same analogy that I just channeled for you may resonate with your thought about the water sign. The Four of Cups energy is there, but they have depression. So the Four of Cups, the water sign energies like the Pisces, the Scorpio, the Cancers, they may be suffering from depression, but something they may not. It's bringing me back to the idea of referral. So do you have something, or do you have something going on with you with depression? I have to to go both ways. It could be loneliness or some type of feeling of extraction and whatever is going on, or it's the water sign. I'll just go with the fact that I got they could be suffering from depression, some type of depressive thought process that they have going on, or loneliness or extraction, whatever is going on with the water sign. But it was taking me back to the idea of the referral. So it could be for the referral, could be for them and don't want to take the referral, could be the recommendation, whatever it's they don't want to take it, but don't think that something is wrong. So they don't want to take the recommendation. They whatever, if the recommendation could have something to do with a job, or it's just mental health. It also has to do with their mental health and things that it could be physical health, mental health. That's why I was getting that energy from the beginning. But they're being given, you could be the one that's giving it to them. It can even be the Aries, but you could be trying to give them some type of recommendation or some type of referral, or you could be recommending them contact someone that would give them a referral or a recommendation to something. So it's like a pretty much a domino effect of people trying to help people out mentally. But what's happening is that they're refusing to take it because one element about it is that they think that they are okay, or they don't think that something is wrong. But I observe. So you either observe that they think that something is not wrong with them, or you observe that they think that something may be wrong with them. That's one. Or you observe or you're paying attention to the fact that they're saying that nothing is wrong with them. So there's one or two or three different situations going on there, but they need help. So I'm looking at the Four of Cups. The water sign energy may need help, and I get taxes. They may need help with taxes, and I also get loneliness. They may need help with taxes, and something going on with their partner left them. So when I said that, also their partner left them. Someone could have passed. That was the water sign energy partner, or their partner left them. Their partner leaving them could be their partner could have left them in vacation and left and went somewhere and didn't come back, or they left them like solid, relationship left them. But that's what they keep talking about. Relationship left them. The water sign energy partner, their relationship partner, like they left them, like broke up, left them, whatever it is. Or something could be going on with their job, but that's what's causing the depression. So something with the water sign energy's job, that's what's causing them to become depressed and things of that nature. So you may want to help them, and you're trying to help them. Don't see that you're trying to help them. They also don't see that you're trying to help them. But what's happening with it is that you're trying to give them referrals and recommendations. The Aries could be trying to give them referrals, but once needed that. So when I say that, also the Aries and Aries element may have once needed some type of referral for a doctor or a job or a therapist, and whatever the scenario is, the Aries element may have one. But how I don't understand what's happening here. The water sign and don't understand how Aries is giving them something. The water sign energy doesn't understand how the Aries element is giving them some clear and concise advice. The Aries element is trying to give the water sign energy some type of clear and concise advice about their mental health and work and being active and things of that nature, but don't think they should listen to. So the water sign energy doesn't think that they should listen to an Aries. There's an Aries, they could be giving that to the Aries element, but I also was getting that the Aries element may have been knocking at that door before. The Aries element could be knocking at that door, the same door, or metaphorically, or the Aries element could have once been down that same road that the water sign energies. But I understand they don't feel, I understand what's happening. They don't feel like however many of them, whichever one of them, they don't feel like they should, someone that is depressed, they feel like okay, I understand. They feel like some type of thought, or a thought that they have about the Aries. A thought they have about the Aries. Okay, I understand. A thought that they have about the Aries. The Aries, they may be thinking that depression. They may be thinking that the Aries, they have depression or they don't have depression. They may be thinking that the Aries element has depression. They do or they do not. But the Aries element is healed. The Aries element may be healed from something, or something's going on with jobs and relationships with the Aries that's interesting. But they're trying to give the water sign energy some type of clear and concise, but don't think they should listen to. So the Aries is trying to give the water sign energy some type of clear and concise advice, but they don't think the water sign energy is guarded with Aries. They may be guarded. They could be guarded with you, or they're guarded with the Aries because they feel like they don't need to listen to the Aries element, because it doesn't doesn't have their stuff together. So something may not be put together with the Aries element as well. So it could be emotionally put together, psychologically put together, or financially put together, foundation put together. They may be deeming I also get other fire signs. They may be deeming other fire sign energies like Sag or Leos or Aries. They may be deeming them to not be very structured in some area of their life, but just listen to. So I'm looking at the water sign energy. You're trying to tell them, just listen to the external fire sign energies. Just listen to them for a little bit and see what happens. So that's just one. So the Four of Cups could also be, the Four of Cups energy could be fire sign energy voices to you as well, or it could be water sign energies voices to you as I don't listen. It could be water sign energies voices and their recommendations and things of that nature. It could be them that's trying to explain something to you that you should listen to as well. It just depends on what's going on, and the not seeing and the not seeing, the taking the recommendations, the receiving the recommendations for whatever is jobs and emotional health and mental health and things. The recommendations for that could either be the water sign towards the Aries or whatever fire sign, or the fire sign energies toward Pisces, the fire sign energies towards Pisces, the fire sign energies towards whatever other earth, whatever other water sign, or that's the same type of situation, the water sign energies towards you, vice versa. But we don't listen to each other. So when I ran that last part, we don't listen to each other. You're telling you're like I don't listen to you, like I don't really listen to the Pisces that much, or Cancers and Scorpio. You know what I mean? You may not really listen to them as much, or the fire sign energies don't, or they'll try not to. The fire sign energies don't, they also try not to, or the water sign energies don't listen to the fire sign because somebody feels, one of the water sign entitled, one of the water sign energies may feel entitled, one of the water doesn't need help, one of the water sign energies also does not see that they need help in whatever area of life they need help in, whatever. Or it's you. The Eight of Wands energy is in the waiting position here, okay? So the Eight of Wands is travel. I did say fire signs, but they're coming towards. So traveling either to the fire signs, or the fire sign energies could be traveling. I keep getting referral. The fire sign energies could be traveling towards you to give you a referral for something. Something that they're a paper referral. Like they could be trying to give you some type of referral for something. And you're going to take it or you're not going to take it, you know? But observe interesting behavior. So the Four of Cups, it's not only water sign, it's just how you feel. The Four of Cups is like an isolation card. You know what I mean? It's like a take a break from this, that, and the third environment card. You know? So that's what the Four of Cups card energy is like. But they're coming towards you with some type of referral recommendation for something. But what's happening here is that something that they're coming towards you don't think you need. Something that they're coming towards you with, you don't think that you need. But someone told me I didn't need. So when I said that, also someone also told you didn't need. Someone told you didn't need something, whatever whatever is on the referral that you receive, whatever comes in the mail for you that you need to read, whatever it is, you feel it, whatever it is, you thinking that you don't, it can even be, the referral could be a new job. The referral could even be for a new job. And for some reason, looking over you're looking over the fact that you may need a new job. You know what I mean? You may need a new one, and or something could be going on here with your overall health. You know, some type of referral for your health. Don't see some type of referral that you are receiving about your health. You may not realize that you do need, or the fire sign energies do. They're coming in with it. The fire sign energies are coming in with that referral. They're coming in with that recommendation. They're coming in with that thing for you to sign. They're also coming in with some type of paperwork for you to sign. You know, and it could have something to do with the new jobs and appointments and consent forms and things of that nature that they could be coming. I don't want to sign. So when I say consent forms and things of that nature, I don't want to sign. The Aries, the Sag, whatever fire sign, they're coming in with these things. It's for your protection. They're coming in for these things to have you sign some type of document or whatever it is, consent form, whatever it is you need to sign, insurance, whatever it is that you need to fill out. I don't need to sign that, but they're trying to explain to you this is for your. I also get elite protection. This is for your elite protection. This is for your protection. So that something strange won't happen so you won't lose a job. So that something strange won't happen with you down the line with you losing a job. So you won't lose a job. So you won't lose your place somewhere, amount of money you make. So you won't miss out on the amount of money that you are making currently, or the amount of money that you could be making. And they're coming in with that to see it as protection. They're coming in with that because they see it to be protection. Do you not see it to be a form of protection for you? But I don't understand what it is. So when I said that, when you not seeing that it is a form of protection for you, you also don't understand what it is or what it entails, or you don't understand why something needs to be signed. Period. Whatever it is that you need to sign, or didn't think it needed signing. Something that you're dealing with the fire signs, you didn't think it needed to be signed. But they're bringing it in. They're telling you it needs to be signed. Whatever it is, you need to sign this to secure your place somewhere. You know what I mean? You need to sign this to secure your place in a business deal. You need to sign this to secure your placement in a business deal. But you don't understand why. I understand you, if it's some type of elite situation that's going on here, some secrecy, whatever it is that somebody has formulated here with a business. This is like, don't understand what element. You don't understand why only certain coworkers or certain people are given something particular to sign, and that doesn't understand. That could be something that you don't understand. And the fire sign energies are coming in. We want you to stay. The fire sign energies are coming to you because they need your signature. They need your signature because it's going to ensure that you save your spot in the business deal or in the workplace. Certain coworkers weren't given that option. So when I said that, also certain coworkers were not given that option. Were you not given the Four of Cups? Were you not given? They're trying not to give you that option. When I said that, somebody could be also trying not to give you that option. Or the fire trying to give you that option. The fire sign energies are trying to give you that option. It could be water that not. It could be what weren't given that option. It could be water sign energies that were not given that option. And that's why I said it. They feel like they don't listen. They feel like they don't need to listen. Sign. They feel like they don't need to sign something. They feel like they don't need to listen to the fire sign energies that are coming in with you with the same proposition, but just sign. The fire sign energies are coming in with you with the same, coming into you with the same proposition. The spirit is saying you whatever it is that they're bringing into you, you should just sign it to secure your placement in a situation. Whatever it is, and it got something to do with a doctors and appointments and workplaces and business deals and securing your place in some type of situation there. But the Eight of Wands also, if it's not only them that's coming in, I want to leave. If it's not that, then the Four of Cups, going from left to right is that the Four of Cups, you could be tired of that feeling and you just want to leave. Don't like the construct of a workplace. Like, you may not like the construct of a business deal or workplace or some type of agency or company or organization that you work for. You may not like the structure. Make people sign. They make people sign something something also unjust. So they make people sign something that you either you accept or you don't accept, or something is also unjust about the fact that something is also an unjust action for the reason into why certain people are exempt from signing something. The reason, or why they sign something or not sign something. The reason why exemptions. I get this idea of exemptions, or people just being exempt, certain people being exempt. I don't like the structure. You may have been observing that kind of structure going on in the workplace, and you're trying to stand your ground and say you don't like it. And that could be something that the water sign thinks that you want to voice. That could be something the water sign energy thinks you want to voice to the fire sign energies. I don't like this idea. I don't want to go to this appointment. I don't want to go to this appointment or interview. I don't want to do this, that, and the third. I would rather not sign. They recommend you sign. But why do they separate? So when I say that, also, why do they separate, or why are certain looking into? You could be looking into the idea that certain people are given, like I said, certain people are given something to sign, and some people are not. But they make a distinction. They just want to make a distinction between the incomes and social status, between the incomes and social status, and this, that, and the third of a business deal or a workplace or a company or like a corporation. They just want to make those distinctions, but it's unfair. That's why I said unjust is unfair. The Eight of Wands is unjust, is unfair. Whatever it is. And they're coming in trying to avoid. They're just coming in and they're trying to avoid. You could be trying to avoid them. Whatever it is. Are you going towards just to leave? I feel like you're not. I mean, you could be going towards the fire sign energies, but I do feel like you just want to leave. You just want to dip. You just want to disappear from some type of application process also. You want to disappear from an application process. And you're starting to realize what the application process was. Okay, you're starting to realize what the application process is really for. but don't tell you what it's really for. So when I said that the Four of Cups with the Eight of Wands, someone isn't telling you what some type of application process is really for. What it's really for. So what you think an application process is for, it may be it keeps bringing me back to like some type of elite, like secrecy, it could be secret society things that you're really signing in for. It could be like a secret society structure or group that you're really signing in for, and that's why I said protection and things of that nature. You could have been offered that. You're like, I don't want to sign. But it's like the document is designed. The document. A regular job application. The document or whatever it is that you're signing. It looks visibly. It looks like a regular like job application. But someone may not have been giving you the heads up that if you don't sign, they're not going to invite you back. If you don't sign, they're not going to invite you back. If you don't sign, you're not going to be offered this. If you don't sign, you're not going to be offered these special deals and things of that nature that our company, our organization offers certain people here. Whatever it is, it's really wrong. I'm looking at the Eight of Wands energy. Some element about it may be really wrong. Like some element about it is really wrong for some reason. Something isn't right, or something isn't right about it. Some part of it, maybe not all of it, but some part of it. Some part of the signing isn't really. Kind of sounds like The Shining. Some part of the signing or the reason for the signing on the next page or the back, whatever. Something isn't right about it. And it could be some type of energy that is attached to it. Some type of mysticalness could be attached to that, especially if you're dealing with elite situations and what's another random scenario, especially if you're dealing with elite situations and secret society structures, and something could be mystical how they scheme. Once again, something could just be mystical with how certain people scheme. And something could be like a scheming process with people either signing or not signing. Signing or not signing. You know what I mean? So if this is a situation, it was a setup. The Eight of Wands, something could have been a setup as well. So one scenario is that signing something implies that you stay somewhere. But then another part of it is that, signing something ensures that you stay somewhere. That's one. And then signing it also means that detriment. Signing something also means some type of detriment. Financial detriment, some psychological, emotional detriment, whatever it is. But it's like something is also metaphysical about it. It's interesting. Yes, I know exactly what that is. The Nine of Pentacles energy is there. So the Nine of Pentacles could be external earth sign energies that are coming in, like Taurus elements, could be Capricorns. This energy could also be you here. I get rushing. This element could be you in the present, in the present here. You could be rushing. Like you could be rushing to leave. I keep getting signing. You're trying to rush to get out of a situation. You're trying to get away from having to sign something. Whatever it is that somebody's forcing them. I mean, nobody really forces you to sign anything. I don't see how you would end up in an environment where it's bringing me to a consent form also. I don't see how you would end up. I mean, yes, this could be possible, but me personally, I don't understand how somebody could end up in a situation where you're trying to rush out of a situation to avoid some type of seriously trying to avoid from signing something. You're trying to rush to avoid signing something for some reason. Because something about signing something is like it's metaphysical. So it could be like a doctor. It could be something metaphysically going on with testing. Something could be metaphysically going on with some type of testing at a doctor's office, consent forms at a doctor's office. Something's metaphysically is happening there, or it's like a workplace that does that, and something scary. A workplace does that, and something scary about it, or something about it is maybe making you. But somebody could have told you that something was metaphysically going on there with doing that. Someone could have told you that it was, and something about it could be making you paranoid. Or the water sign thinks so. So when I said the water sign energy thinks so, like the water sign energies think that you could be dealing with some type. Oh, I understand. I understand now. The situation, I understand. Putting your name on things and nervousness and what tracking. The putting name on things and on information and signing this, that, and the third. It has something to do with some type of interesting feeling with getting tracked. or some type of nervousness with getting tracked. I don't know. Something's really interesting about that. But every time I touch this, I get clinical. So something could be going on here with like an actual something for your mental health and the doctor and the therapist and things of that nature. Fear of signing something. It has something to do with a fear of signing something. You know what I mean? It got something to do with just somebody may deem that to be like, okay. Oh, it could be the action. It could be the movement and the action and how you respond. How you respond into something. It may look like to someone or the behavior. It may look paranoid. It may just be looking like paranoia to somebody. So what they're saying is, observe you do. You may have been doing that for a while, or you just started doing it. Whatever it is, but somebody may be observing that. Okay, something. Somebody may observe something. Some type of movement that you have to be like paranoid, like I don't know, to be like paranoia a little bit. So what they're saying is they could be coming in with a referral. Like they could just be coming in with a referral for a doctor or a therapist and things of that nature for you. Observe odd behavior. Like they're doing it because they may observe something interesting with your behavior. Or you could be doing that with the water sign. You observe something interesting about their behavior. The fire sign energy coming into the water sign, they observe something vice versa about each other's behavior. Whatever it is. And somebody's using using your intuition. That's why I said setups and things of that nature is that you could be thinking I understand. You could be thinking that someone job offer. You could be thinking that someone's coming in with a job offer and they're telling you, you need to sign this, that, and the third, but it's a doctor's appointment. It's really for a doctor's appointment. Oh, I understand. I understand the paranoia. Your paranoia. That's why I said something was unjust or unfair or whatever it is. I understand. It's something that a workplace implemented. This is something really odd that a workplace implemented. That's why I said the elite situations and the secret societies and the private meetings and the private meetings. Something's going on here where a workplace implemented this system where they're going to certain people to sign. I also get an acceptance letter. Something's going to be going on there with an acceptance letter. They're going around to certain people to I also get someone's going with vaccinations and things of that nature also. This workplace is going around to certain people to have them, but worded it differently. They're going around to certain people to have them sign something, but it's really for a doctor, or it's a statistic also. It's for a doctor, and it's also for some statistical data that somebody's trying to collect, and it has to do demographics. It has to do with your demographics and where you live and things of that nature, but want to see if you're well. So when I said that also, they want to see if you're well. Like they want the workplace want to see if you're. I keep getting consent form. The workplace is going around with consent forms, but for some reason, you may be thinking something is some form of favoritism, but it's not. But it's really so that somebody could. Gather or get statistical data on wellness, and things of that nature. But it's bringing me back to the idea of an appointment. So if a boss is coming to you with this. If a boss is coming to you with it, don't realize a plan. If a boss is coming to you with this, or another business partner is coming to you with this, you don't realize that something is a plan. And the plan implies that if you do sign, that end up at the doctor. If you do sign something, you're going to end up at the doctor. So there's going to be no choice. But I also get house visits. There's going to be no choice to, okay, I understand what's happening. If you sign something, there's going to be no choice. You may not end up with a choice. There's going to be no choice but for you to, but for you to have some type of interaction or have an appointment with a doctor or visit a doctor or have some type of doctor or an analyst, whatever. It's come and visit where you are. But it has something to do how it's worded. It just has something to do with how some type of consent form is worded. But I keep getting this idea of you may be thinking that it's a form of favoritism, but it's just to run statistical. It's just for research that somebody's trying to do. But at the same time, I get a shot also. At the same time, also has something to do with receiving a shot, like receiving the vaccinations and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Could be some type of testing that somebody's trying to do. It could have something to do with scheming. It could have something to do with scheming and things of that nature. You may not see that. or water sign on seed. Fire sign energies are the ones that are bringing that signing in. So the signing and the consent forms and the application and this, that, and third, it can literally have to do with something you can't get out of. One part of it could also be something that you're not going to be able to get out of. Someone isn't going to be able to get out of it, whatever it is, but it has to, don't sign. It has to do with signing. So the Spirit's like, don't sign something that you, okay, I understand. The Spirit emphasizing that is worded really oddly or is worded differently, so you won't catch something. It's worded really interestingly so you won't catch something. And what you're not catching, and a home visit, what you're not catching has to do with a home visit. Has to do with receiving some type of vaccination. It has to do with swabbing. It has to do with swabbing. It has to do with home visits. It has to do with getting shots and vaccinations and things of that nature. But it's like your job is trying to morph it, or somebody that's bringing it to you, change the writing. Somebody that's bringing it to you, they changed the writing. So I understand what's happening here. This is like receiving something, okay. This is like you're at work and you receive a document to sign. You're just receiving a document to sign, but the document that's being signed, like they're having to sit down with you and they're explaining to you that you're a very I'm trying to figure out what's a kind of weird robotic kind of conversation somebody could be having with you. They're sitting down with you and they're having this conversation and they're saying we want to get, I keep getting elite. We want to gather we want to pretty much offer you these deals in our workplace. A good talker. Someone is a good talker with that. They want to sit down and have these conversations. We see that you've been working hard. We see that you deserve more. This, that, and third. Can you sign this consent form to do this, and can you sign this consent form to do that? But promise, that could be some type of promise that is an interesting promise, but that's something you don't want to do. The promise comes with something that you don't want to do. So if you do sign, they're making it seem like you're going to be offered. That could be a situation. They're making it seem like you're going to be offered some type of what do you call it? They're trying to make it seem like you're going to be offered some type of really interesting favoritism, but it's worded differently. For certain people, it's worded differently for certain people, and the wording differently means that whatever this specific person is coming to you and they're asking you to sign. I keep getting vaccination. One part of it has to do with getting vaccinated. So this could be something that a workplace is implementing where they want to see, they want to see who they want to do like a racial, what do you call it? Like what do you call those things? They want to do like a racial or like an ethnic, they want to make those distinctions, or they want to see who can fight off something as well. They want to see who can fight off some type of illness as well. But they need you to sign it, or they need you to this is interesting. It's really interesting, but it needs to be. It's like. This really interesting setup kind of situation. It's really interesting. Like they want to see who okay. It has. I mean, if you want to look at survival of the fittest concepts and be really scientific with this, I don't know if you do or you do not, whatever. I'll just go with this like a survival of the fittest kind of situation here, where the signing, if say for example, I have been well all year. You may have been well all year, but people want to separate, or they want to make a distinction between. They want to make a distinction between people who have strong DNA. They want to make a distinction between people who have strong DNA, weak DNA, dominant DNA, dominant genes, dominant whatever. They want to make those distinctions, but it has a lot to do with a consent form. They're trying to calculate that data, show who's elite. They want to show who's elite. But it has to do with them doing blood work and letting you sign this. That's what's making you paranoid. So when I say that, also something about that could be making you paranoid. You know what I mean? Or that was explained to you. So something that they are doing like that, and it doesn't have to be a workplace environment. It could be a family environment. It could be a business deal. Someone explained that to you. But something like that may not have been explained to everybody. It just depends, but can't. Something like that can't be explained to everybody. Some type of secrecy like that, it can't be explained to everybody. If it's explained, people are gonna wreak havoc. If it's explained to everybody, people are gonna pretty much go off and wreak havoc Because that's why I said unjust and things of that nature. They want to see, they want to like run, they want to do, they want to see who's surviving and not surviving. And that's how they're separating elite from whatever. That's how they do that kind of that's how they're making those distinctions. So it's like a survival of the fittest kind of concept at workplace. The survival of the fittest kind of concept is intertwined with the constructs of a workplace or a business deal. But you're like, I don't want to sign. I don't know what's gonna happen. You're like, I don't want to sign because I don't know what's gonna happen when I go home. I don't know if somebody's gonna show up to my door and ask me to do this, that, and the third, blood work and swabbing, whatever it is. I don't know. But why is this happening? Also, you're like, why is this happening? You're like, you may not understand why it's happening. They could be trying to. They don't really explain. The fire sign energies don't really explain. They're not really trying to explain, or they can't, or they're not allowed to, or they were told not to. Whatever it is. It's really interesting. The Three of Swords energy is in the future there. And the Instincts has the Six of Pentacles energy there. So Six of Pentacles, giving back to family. Six of Pentacles can have something to do with giving back to family or giving back to sharing funds. But can't. Sharing funds you can't. Like you may not be able to, or you can't, or someone told you not to, whatever it is. You can't. That could be why the Knight of Pentacles asking for money. Knight of Pentacles could be a Taurus or a Capricorn. They could be coming in asking for money. Another Virgo. Someone could be coming in asking for money. But for some reason told that you can't share. You're told that you can't share some type of money, that your secret money they're being offered. And it can have something to do with what you signed. And it's something that didn't understand. Something that you signed you didn't understand. But it has something to do with being like well and receiving money and favoritism and elite constructs and whatever it is that happens. A family implements. A family also implements that. A family implements that. A workplace, a business deal implements that. So this is like an extension from the other reading that I did. It's just like more detail from the other reading that I did. Just more analysis of the other reading that I did. You know what I mean? But why can't I give? So the Eight of Wands energy, like why can't I give? You asking the fire sign energies, why can't I share something with the earth sign? The external earth sign. Why can't I give something to family? Your boss, you can't. The boss is like, you can't do that. Oh, you know what this feels like? There's a movie that's like this. This is like, what do you call those things? Like a Hunger Games. What do you call that movie that's like this? It's like a Hunger Games kind of structure. It's like, what's that? There's another movie that's like it, where like they pick certain people, and they can't see their family again, but it's really like, it's really behind the scenes. It's really like this elite structure that's tied into that, and being exempt from vaccinations and swabbings and things of that nature, whatever it is, and DNA and genetics and whatever it is going on there. Somebody's trying to safeguard you. Someone's trying to safeguard you. And so you may be fine. If this is a workplace, you may be fine, but you may have like a mom or a dad or a sibling struggling. Your mom or dad or sibling is struggling, and something that you may have been secretively offered by a job, you can't share. You can't share the secrecy that you have been told by that organization, that workplace that you work for. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying, and making separating people and making those distinctions and whatever it is. And that can be happening in a workplace, a business deal, a family environment, between one set of family members versus another side of the family, whatever it is. But I'm looking at this, something's going on with weaker genes. So something could be going on with having weak genes. Something's going on with weak genes, what do you call it? Weak, like something genetically is going on there with that. Something's genetic about this. And scientific, okay, about some type of structure, elite structure, whatever it is. But somebody's trying to implement that, and that could be happening this month, introduced to you. That could be happening this month. That could also be something that is introduced to you separately. So it's like getting pulled to the side and something strange, getting pulled to the side and getting explained something strange. Everybody's not being explained the same thing. Wow, it's really interesting. It's really secretive. The Three of Pentacles energy is in the accomplishment here also. All right. Three of Pentacles energy is working. I don't want to. Working, you're like, I don't want to. You could be working and they require you to. You're working, somebody's requiring you to work. You know, you're required to do so and you don't want to do it anymore. You may want to do it, but switch places. So when I said not want to do it anymore, you may want to switch places with another earth sign. Could even be the water sign energy. Secure your place. The fire sign energy is like secure your place. So you're traveling to secure your place. Secure something. You know what I mean? Secure your placement. So that's why I said you can't leave. Three of Pentacles, you can't leave. Somebody isn't going to let you leave. You can't share. You can't leave and share. But you want to, that's why the Eight of Wands is here. You want to leave and share. But you're being told you can't leave and share. Whatever it is, but stop. So when I say when I say you're being told that you can't leave and share, you could also be saying stop, or somebody may stop you. Whatever it is, someone may be trying to stop you. Someone may be trying to stop you. Are you trying to stop someone? Someone could be trying to stop you. Like National Guard, I don't know, National Guard, police officer, someone trying to stop you from doing, or stop someone. You be outside looking into that. That's how they implement. So the police and the what do you call it? The police and National Guard and the officers and the officials, whatever. They're implementing that. But they're implementing it. But something else is behind the scenes of them going out and implementing that, and only certain people know why it's really happening. Only certain people know why it's really happening. Only certain people know why it's really happening. Why it's really happening. You know. So it's like if you, for example, if you work for like a mega corporation and you're being offered things, and maybe you may have a family member that in lower class. You could have a family member that they deem to be in lower class, and they're like, you can't. If you do, you're breaking the code. You can't share what you're getting with us with your lower class family members and friends and whatever. You can't share that with them. You're gonna be breaking code. You're going to be breaking code. Whatever. You're going to be breaking some type of code system. Wow. It's crazy. The Ten of Wands is in... you may have tried to call certain people. You could have called people, but limited. You could be trying to talk to someone on the line, and someone may be really limited about that. Someone's just limited, or someone is limited about it, or they watch you. Someone may be watching you do that. Or they watch you. They watch you on a call. They watch what you say. They're able to see. They're able to know what you are saying and talking about. Camera. They're able to know or they're able to know or hear what you're talking about because of a camera. So whether you're talking to family, you're talking. This is like talking to family secrecy. You're talking to family, but you're not sharing some type of really interesting secrecy that was shared with you. It has to do with benefits from the governmental benefits and favoritism and elite constructs and DNA and genetics and being exempt from this, that, and the third, and they're not going to be whatever it is. Wow. So they're watching. You're on the phone and keep that conversation short. They're on the phone and somebody's in the background. Like, keep that conversation short. Keep it quick. Don't stay on the phone that long with them. And they could be saying like them, like they're like a whole other species, whatever it is. It's really strange. So the Ten of Wands, it could be family and friends that your boss or another family member talking about another family member like that, or what's another random craziness? Another friend is talking about another friend like that, or like your workplace, your job, your coworkers are talking. You're on the phone with your friend. That's of another socioeconomic status. You have a friend that is they're in another socioeconomic, they're in a different socioeconomic status than you, and you're on the phone with them, and your colleagues and the coworkers that they're on this up, they're on the same level, whatever high level, whatever low level that you're on with them. They're like, keep that conversation short. You can't talk to them for that long period of time. What are you doing? This, that, and the third. But it's crazy. So when I say that, also something is crazy about that. Someone's really crazy about that. So someone could be really mind controlling about a business deal that you're in with certain people or workplace. Someone's mind controlling. That's why I said metaphysical and mystical that's happening with signing certain things. You sign in something and it's ensuring your placement, but other people weren't given that, or they don't know about it. They can't know about it. Whatever it is. Wow. The Ten of Wands is in the spiritual self here. The Ten of Wands energy is it's right next to the fire, not letting you leave or talk to someone, not deal with someone, whatever it is. The Ten of Wands is in the spiritual self. It's difficult. Something is difficult. Something's going on, but battling with spirituality. You could be battling with your own spiritual views. You could be battling with your own spiritual views, your own religious views, whatever you have, because spirituality is completely separate from religion. Religion is more so to create a separateness between worlds and nations. That's the only reason why religion exists. You understand? That's why the Ten of Wands energy is there. You have some type of difficulty with upholding certain belief systems here, or being in a belief system, but it's not religious. So some type of belief system that you're dealing with is not, something isn't religious about it. Some type of belief system that you're in, or somebody explain something that you receive. Something that you receive is made. It could have something could be a religious cover up. Something could be something is like religiously has like a Christian cover up with it. It could be a cult or something. I don't know. Something has like a religious cult. Cult. Something could be like a religious cover up for the way, like for what do you call it? So explanation and secret meetings and society like structures going on. There's a religious cover up going on with that. They're covering it with putting like a Christian blanket over it. I don't know. They're putting a Christian blanket over it, Muslim blanket over it, Taoism blanket over it, Taoism blanket over it. Whatever, they're putting some type of religious blanket over it, Jewish blanket over it, Catholicism blanket over it. You know, and something strange or it doesn't make any sense. Something also doesn't make any sense as well. You know. The mentality has Libra. You're dealing with Libras here, but they're the head of. A Libra is ahead of something that's happening here. A Libra is ahead of something. They're the head of something that's happening here. They're the head of something. The head of a workplace, a corporation, a business deal, whatever it is they're the head of. Could even be a family environment, a business deal, whatever they're the head of. You know? They're the head of whatever it is that's happening here. They're the head of it. You know? Or it's just justice. That's why I said unjust behaviors, and something is unjust, is strange, is odd. But don't question. So I'm looking at the Libra. They may be telling you not to question. Are you telling them not to question something? Don't question what's going on here. Or someone's really strict about not questioning it, because if you do question something really interesting that's going on here, if you do question something, then you're gonna be out. They may get you out. So whatever it is, they may get you out. It can have something to do with orientations, of the way a job orientation is. What do you call those things? The way a job orientation is, the way an interview is, the way it could be a group interview, the way these things are set up here. You know? But special treatment it's something about those things ensure that people are going to be treated with people are going to receive special treatment. Is to separate people that aren't receiving special treatment and keeping ones that with special treatment. So the justice energy is there, but don't talk about. Justice energy is in the mentality. Don't talk about. That's why Six of Pentacles want to tell that to. Six of Pentacles, you want to tell external earth sign energies that. Or someone may just know that already, and you may not need to tell anybody that anyway, whatever it is. Or something that is going on with the external earth isn't happening to you. Something that's going on to the external earth sign isn't happening to you. Something that's happening to you is not happening to the external earth sign. Something that's happening to them isn't happening to you, whatever it is. Whether it's good or bad, whether it has something to do with favoritism or not, whether it has something to do with elite contracts and jobs and signing things and not sharing what is really going on behind the scenes. So that can be something that they do or you do with them, whatever. Or it's Libra that orchestrates. It's Libra that orchestrates something like that here, along with the fire sign energies. The King of Cups energy is in a changing position. So King of Cups energy, water sign, male. Four of Cups energy may reside with them, but they constantly are. The King of Cups, they're constantly in this kind of situation. Four of Cups mood. They're constantly in it. They're constantly in Four of Cups energy kind of mood. For whatever reason that they're in that kind of mood all the time. But depressed to be in something. Like they're depressed to be in something. They're depressed to be in an elite construct. They're depressed to be, what's another random situation? They're depressed to be in middle class. They're depressed to be upper middle class. They're depressed, whatever position that they're in, they're depressed to be in it. I don't know. They're depressed to be in it. It could be something good they're receiving, this they're depressed to be in it. Whatever. And they may neither be grateful, they may the grateful and not grateful. You know? Somebody may break down and do signing, not sign, whatever it is that somebody's trying to do and implement, but they're tired. I'm looking at the King of Cups in the changing position. They're tired. They're tired. Because what's happening now is pretty much, it's really shedding light on people's atrocities. Also, it's shedding light on certain people's atrocities, and it's shedding light on financial deprivations and desperation and things that is happening. So what's happening with it is that certain people are being asked to sign this, that, and the third to ensure that they won't lose out. And like the other reading, that money is still continuing. You know, but it's really behind the scenes, because there's certain parts of the detail isn't like certain people aren't allowed to go into detail about how they receive something, who they receive something from, who they can share that with, who they can't share it with, whatever it is. But I keep looking at them. It's something is making them depressed. It's something is making them depressed. It's making them depressed. So this is like a middle class. This could be, I'll give one random scenario, one example. This could be like a middle class situation where you could I'll just go with you as like an upperclassman in whatever situation. You just be upper class for a second. You could be up. They could be middle class. So just an example. They could be. I get thought process. Somebody has like a middle class. Someone has like an upper middle class or middle class thought process. It's really interesting to say. Somebody has that kind of thought process going on. Or they have an upper class thought process going on, but they're still depressed. They're still depressed because certain people aren't in. They're depressed because certain people aren't in. Certain people are in. Certain people are out. Certain people aren't. Whatever. Or it's them themselves that they're not in. They're in. They're not in. Because what's happening now is it's really shedding light on what I'm trying to say is that what's happening now is really shedding light on the separatist approach. It's really shedding light on a separatist approach that someone's trying to do with people's with people's socioeconomic statuses, their status in life, period. People are really starting to take note. At first it was just oneness, and now what's happening now is it's becoming extreme to the point where people are starting to really look at themselves, at their status. They're really starting to look at themselves, like really look at once maybe people weren't really looking too much into their status like that, but whatever's happening now is happening even more to the extreme. And they're becoming depressed about that, or whatever. Or whatever is going on with you, like that with them. They could in the same boat. They could be in the same boat as you. If you're not, and I feel like middle class. I feel like you could be whatever. I mean, I don't really section off people like that. If you, for example, if you consider yourself to be middle class with this person, then you going into a job interview or you're doing an orientation, and they're explaining to you, this is what's going to happen if you sign this. You know, this is what's going to happen to you if you sign this. So it's like, you sign it. This is what you're going to be offered, but you can't tell your after you sign this, you're not going to be middle class or upper middle class anymore. You're going to be something higher, whatever. And it's like somebody's trying to tell you, don't share that offer with your other middle class family member. Don't share that offer with your middle class family member. They're trying to tell you, they're like a robot. They're trying to tell you, you're no longer middle class. You are no longer. But that's if you sign something. So when I said that's if you sign something, that's if they sign something. They can be together with you and they're going to sign something with you. Or somebody may be scared, you know what I mean? Someone just may be scared and whatever it is, and the shots and the vaccination for, the shots and the vaccinations and things of that nature could be something that is some secrecy that certain people receiving those kind of shots. So it could be a shot. It could be some type of shot that's causing people to pass, or it's like a shot that, I know it sounds creepy. It's a shot that's causing people to like pass quickly, Or it's like a shot that's like, what's another it's a shot that is like to make people like be longer, so that functional citizen, it has something to do with separating functional citizens from non-functional citizens. I mean, it's really crazy. I mean, that's one part of it. I know it sounds really interesting. That's why I said it's scientific. I'm just gonna leave that right there. The Five of Pentacles is in the resolution going towards the Three of Swords. You know what I mean? The Five of Pentacles, we're gonna stay. Five of Pentacles, you're gonna stay with external earth signs, but trying to get them. You may try to figure out a way to get them to do something with you, or get insight from them about doing something. But cryptically, you're trying to do it cryptically with external earth sign and King of Cups. You know, you're trying to do it cryptically. You don't want Libra to find out and whatever it is. But they've been in something for years. They've been in something for years. They've experienced something for years. Or they just know that some type of construct is designed in some type of interesting way scientifically like this for years. Whatever it is. But only certain people know that those kind of details like that. But they can't share it. You know what I mean? And one interesting, it could be somebody could end up dealing with somebody may have be installing or putting in that's why I said shots and things that nature, be installing microchips in certain people to see who they're sharing information with. They want to see who they're sharing information with, and that could be one creepy way that someone knows how somebody's sharing information, through microchips installed somewhere in their body. Microchips put somewhere on clothes, whatever it is. Somebody could be given some type of, I don't know, it's really interesting. A briefcase, whatever. It's really high tech secrecy that's happening here. But the Five of Pentacles, I did say that you were gonna stay somewhere. You may stay somewhere, you're not staying somewhere. You know? Decide to stay middle class, upper middle class. Decide to stay in whatever socioeconomic class you're in. You're not in it. You don't give yourself that. You may not give yourself that title. You might not place yourself in one of those boxes of hierarchy. You may not place yourself in there. That could be something that you explain. That could be something that you want to explain to air sign. It's Three of Swords. They could be coming. That's why I said they're the ones coming in with the offer along with fire sign, or they're themselves. With Three of Swords turning down, you could be turning down some type of offer because that's why I said something is unjust. Something's making you paranoid. Something's making you nervous, so you don't understand why you need to do this. Whatever it is, you may believe in equality and someone's interesting. Someone has a very scientific explanation for inequality. Basically, it's really scientific. All right, let's look for our outcome here. Virgo. So this could be something that you observe about another coworker, another family member. You working. Like I said, I gave that example. 1 minute you're middle class, and 1 minute you're middle class, and then all of a sudden, poof, somebody comes up with this secret. What do you call it? Somebody comes out of nowhere with like an application and things, and they want you in, and they're explaining to you they're going through the rules, like they're telling you what you can do, what you can't share, what you can't expose, and if you do, you're breaking code. But that a lot of workplaces have that structure behind the scenes. But certain people know the details of it. Certain people really know the deep details of it, and they may not share that with certain people. It's really interesting, you know. Certain people aren't being given that information. But you might want to share. Or Earth sign does. The Earth sign energy shares that information. But Libra likes. So the Earth sign energy external, the Libra likes the Earth sign external, like Capricorns and Taurus, and it could be another Virgo. A Libra likes external Earth sign. A Libra likes them. A Libra likes them. So the Earth sign energy could be in something and don't know it. The Earth sign energy external could be in something and they don't know it. Whatever it's the good part or the whatever part. It's the good part or the bad part. Whatever it is that they're in, they signed something that they didn't realize that it's good. It's something is securing them. Something is really securing them or securing you. Whatever it is. But the Two of Pentacles energy is in the outcome. You know, the Two of Pentacles is here. How am I going to balance my money? You're like, how am I going to balance my money? Trying to figure out ways to balance your money out. You know, trying to figure out ways to keep your finances balanced. Whether you choose to do something, share. Whether you choose to share, it could be just regular as that. Whether you choose to share something like I said, if you in a job, you may not. Okay, if you in a job and somebody likes you, giving you some type of secret form, whatever it is, they may not be telling you. They may not be necessarily. They may have you in, but they may not be necessarily telling you what's happening behind the scenes. But it's like but using your intuition. You could have been using your intuition. Could be using your intuition like that. Why is somebody struggling with money and I'm not? Why am I and they're not? It depends. It depends on abilities. It also depends on somebody's abilities to do something. Also, all right. Let me know how it resonates, Virgo. Be well. Take care. Bye.